And let's bring in Florida State Representative Nick DiCeglie, who's on the phone with us. Representative, thank you for joining us today. I know you're busy. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
So give us an update. How are things looking there right now, and how is the state preparing for this?
Yeah, things seem to be a typical Tuesday this morning. The roads are fairly busy. I will say, though, I live in Indian Rocks Beach, so, locally, we've been through these type of storms before. Obviously, folks are, if they're in low-lying areas, they're taking advantage of the sandbags. They're taking, loose items and furniture and securing those. To have a boat, they're making sure that the boat is being secured. And I think, what I anticipate early afternoon, 5, 6 o'clock, people will be getting home from work and obviously hunkering down at that point. The storm is forecast to be just off the coast through the overnight hours. And hopefully, as we wake up tomorrow morning, the storm passes by and, there might be some power outages and things like that. But right now, I think that this is something that, we've been through these type of tropical storms before, as recently as November. And so, Pinellas County has 2 shelters open for folks with special needs, folks with pets. And if anybody, feels like they're not comfortable staying home, that's available to them. But again, I think that, we keep a close eye on storms in the Gulf of Mexico for all the obvious reasons, especially, this time of year when we have Gulf waters of 88 to 90 degrees. But thankfully this is forecast to, remain a tropical storm, and we just need to be vigilant, use some common sense, and hopefully, we have some minimal impacts on our coastal communities.
Yeah, and we know that the Floridians are well prepared for this kind of thing and have dealt with these storms, sadly, many times before. So at least that is a bright spot here. But I know you're also a small business owner, and unfortunately, small businesses there have already been deeply impacted by COVID. Now they're facing this storm. What do you think small businesses need right now?
Well, look, small businesses need to, obviously need to remain open. They need to, have the tourists this time of year come and go to their establishments and spend money there and keep the businesses going. I think that, thankfully, this is not forecast to be, a significant weather event. So my anticipation is, depending on power outages, and which, by the way, Duke Energy here locally has done a fantastic job here in the last couple of years in keeping the trees trimmed back so that we have, minimal impacts with these type of storms. But it's my guess that it'll be maybe a slight pause for 24 hours depending on the type of business. And then they'll be back up and running by this weekend and back to normal. We've had it's been very, very busy here in the coastal communities in the last several months with, folks coming from really all over the country wanting to visit here. People I think they've been pent up for a long period of time. They're taking advantage of having the ability to travel this summer. And, we'll have a little pause here. And then after the storm passes, we'll certainly be back to normal.
And this all comes less than 2 weeks since that deadly condo collapse in Surfside, Florida. 113 people are still unaccounted for there. Search and rescue teams are trying to work round the clock. How worried are you about the combination of this active search and rescue effort still ongoing with this tropical storm now on its way?
Yeah, look, it's just an awful tragedy. In Southeast Florida for obvious reasons. My heart goes out to the families who have been impacted by this. Obviously, the first responders are working, 24/7 to find the remains. And there's, while hope is diminishing, I do believe in miracles. And certainly, I know there's been some delay due to weather. But again, this is a storm that's far enough west. I think that any delays will be short-lived. Again, my prayers are for the families and those affected, and certainly for the first responders on scene.
All right. Florida State Representative Nick DiCeglie, wishing you and your residents there a safe passage through this storm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.